I think we're all itching to get back outside and be active again, right? Maybe even on a bicycle. And whether you're new to riding bikes or are experienced, it never hurts to get a little refresher on some of the basics. Happening in your community, get out and bike. Champaign County Bikes President Charlie Smythe and Audrey Smythe join me today, complete with bike. Thanks for, did you ride this over?
Yes, we did.
And not both of you, right? Do you have your own somewhere?
Yeah, mine is out front.
Out front. Excellent. Well, before we get to the seminar that you guys are holding tonight to kind of give people a refresher on what they need to know, let's talk about a few of those things now. I would imagine if you're like me, your bike's been sitting in the garage or the shed or the basement for at least a few months, and there's some things we need to know to take care of it before we get out on the roads.
Yes, well, we really want to keep people out biking and walking with pandemic. So you know, your bike's probably sitting in the garage. It's a little dirty, a little dusty. You can wipe it off with a damp rag. Just wipe it down a little bit, get the dust off, knock it off. But we have a standard procedure that we refer to as the ABC Quick Check.
Okay.
And AIR stands for your tires.
Sure. So that's the A of the ABC.
And we see a lot of people out with tires that are just too low. A flat tire is going to make you ride too slowly. So check the tire pressure is on the side of the bike and inflate it to something in the range that's given. This bike is 55 to 95 pounds.
Now, I remember back in political season a few years ago, there was this big outcry with President Obama and putting air in your tires and getting better gas mileage. As that applies to the bike, it is easier to ride when you have fuller tires, right? You get more out of your energy.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a couple of things we're going to talk about. So you know, and if your bike's been sitting for a long time, check that the tires aren't rotting out as well, too. So that's the first thing. Then B is for brakes. Check and make sure your brakes are working well. And so again, beginning of the season, check the brake pads, make sure they're not worn. These are getting a little low, okay? These are going to need to be replaced later this season. But when you squeeze the levers, there should be, you know, no more than a finger.
Okay, so the distance from the handle.
Yeah, so this, again, this is very close. I'm going to need to do a little adjusting. It's been sitting all winter.
Gotcha. And so these things happen just like Christmas lights tangle themselves. Bikes tend to, you know, move toward disorder.
You use them, they wear. Okay, so B is for brakes. C is for chain. So this one, again, so you want to check and make sure that it's running smoothly. This one's a little dirty, so you can take a little cleaner, a little degreaser. My brother-in-law likes to use WD-40. And so you take a little bit. Thank you for holding the bike.
Sure.
You know, prop it up against the side of a garage or whatever, and just rotate it backwards and get the gunk off the chain. Get it loosened up, run it through all the way through. I'm not going to be really thorough. And then get some bike lube. And what we recommend is you do it on the inside lower part like this.
Okay.
And I try not to drip it too much all over the floor.
That's all right.
You can put a rag or something, a newspaper. You put it on, you rotate, and it takes about 5 rotations. And you can get all the way through. And so once you complete all the way through, run it through about 10 times or so. That works it in. Some people say to leave it overnight. I usually just do it like this, and then wipe off the excess, because you don't care about the lube isn't for the outside of the chain. The lube is for the inside joints.
That makes perfect sense.
So C is for chain. ABC.
Easy enough. And honestly, I think a lot of people tend to not do this because they're scared that it's too difficult or they don't know what they're doing. And that's sort of what this thing tonight is about, that you guys are hosting on Zoom. Why don't you take a minute and tell me a little bit about what's going on this evening?
Right. It's basic. It's basic stuff. It's simple stuff. It's inexpensive. Bicycling should be fun. And that's what we're going to go over. We'll go over a couple other things. And if you've got a bike with quick releases, the quick is for ABC Quick. Is check your quick releases, and then finally ride the bike real gently at the beginning and check and make sure everything's still working. So
what about
ABC
the fit?
Quick Check.
All right.
The fit. Make sure that the bike fits.
The bike should fit you, and that's the other thing. The second thing that we see is people riding with their bikes with the seat too low. So they're down here and their knees are really bent.
Yeah, you want to have your legs almost fully extended,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. So one thing you can do is if you just push down on the pedal like this, your leg is bent, and where your leg creases,
that's where the seat should be.
right here, right at the crease.
All right,
So
Charlie, you are a fountain of good information. Unfortunately, we are not a fountain of time, but that's what the thing tonight is for. You need to register online. We'll connect people there. It's at 7 o'clock tonight via Zoom, correct?
Yes, it is. Yes.
All right, and it's free?
It's free, and we'll go over some basic riding techniques to get you out on the road confident.
All right, and all the stuff we didn't have time for today. Charlie, Audrey, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.